My name is Mason Hooker. This is my sign cutting stick. It's originally a hockey stick, but I transformed it into a sign cutting stick.
All right, for the first question, Mason, what is a sign cutting stick?
A sign cutting stick is a tool to help you focus your eyes on what's important while tracking somebody or something and what you're going to do.
Well, for the second question, what does it look like and how would you make one?
Well, you can make one several different ways. I use the hockey stick. You could use anything that's long and straight, over 40 inches is preferable. And oftentimes you can use a limb or a twig, just as long as it's durable enough to stay with you in the woods. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna put O-rings or rubber bands or hair ties, something like that that can stay on it, that you can change the distance on here for tracking different lengths of footprints.
All right, what is its importance?
It's important because it helps train your mind to where to look. It helps you focus what's important and what's not while tracking.
All right, how is it used? Describe two different ways.
Okay, so these are our tracks right here in the sign. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put the end of your sign cutting stick at the end of the heel print, and you're gonna wanna
You got a lot of rubber bands there.
too many. Generally only need two. So you're gonna track the end of this heel print, and it's kind of obvious here with the fresh prints in the sand, but in the woods it may not be. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna try to find that next print and slowly, about a 20-degree angle on either side of a straight line from that last print, and try to find it. Obviously it's right here. So you're gonna record the distance with that O-ring or rubber band to the next heel. So then that way, when you're looking for the next heel, you can use that distance and do it again. This one's a little further. So now you can put another rubber band for a further track.
All right, another way how you can use it. What's another way?
So other than that, you can also, for instance, if you can tell that this track right here is a left footprint, many sign cutters will make a circle around the track so it's easy to find next time, and put a left hash mark on the left hand side. And also you can make a directional arrow to show what direction he's heading. So if you're going back, you can't find the next track, it's easier for you to figure out whether it was a left or a right foot and what direction they're heading. And also, you can, in this particular stick, if you're looking for sign through clover,
See, if I drop this pin right here.
if it's underneath some grass, it's harder to see. But I could use this to, as I'm walking through, try to find some things underneath grass or shrubbery. It's pretty effective through the woods. You could find many uses for it.
All right, final question. How is light used to enhance tracking? Be explicit about angles and artificial and natural light.
So earlier in the day and later in the day, the sun's going to be lower in the sky, which is going to cast a harder angle on the print. So at about noon, you're not going to get as much definition on your track. The sun's pretty high in the sky right now, so you're not going to see details in the track that you may during the early hours of the day and at dusk. But obviously you can still see it in this good light, but the best light is later in the day or early in the morning.
So artificial light would be what?
Artificial light would be using like a flashlight or anything other than natural sunlight. And what's important about that is not to use too bright of a light, because those very bright LEDs with the high power lumen, they may drown out some of the details that you may see on a track. And also when you're using artificial light, you're going to want to get at a low angle with your flashlight to try to see the definition of the track more. That way you can see the track will pop out to you much better. And also what's important when you're tracking is you can see the difference in between my fresh tracks right here, and a track that was made probably several days ago. Is there's very little definition. It's very dull, whereas my track is rigid. My fresh track is very rigid. So there's a clear difference in between a day or two old track and a fresh track.
Alright, you want to do a quick demonstration real quick to find Mr. Football over there?
Yeah, so we're going to go back to our last track that we had. You see how you pointed out there's a left foot. This is my shorter stride, this is my longer stride. So we're going to go from the heel, looking between these two strides, and very slowly back and forward. You can see it right here. And you're going to go back here. You can make a maybe right hash mark if you wanted to show that's a right foot. Go back. Do it again very slowly. As you can see, this track's a little longer of a stride than the last one. So you're always looking in between the shorter stride and the longer stride. That's why it's important to have more than one rubber band maybe, or O-ring. Keep doing it. Again, you can make the right hash mark and the directional arrow. Back and forth slowly. Just find it here. Do it again here. See, he's changing directions now. Instead of going this way now, the toes headed this way.
Voila.
You can find Mr. Football here.
Mr. Football.